Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So sorry I haven't been posting in a while. I've kind of run out of some video ideas. But if you guys have any recommendations or tech questions that you want me to cover, please comment below and I'll try to do them. So today I got a brand new Microsoft Sculpt Comfort Ergonomic keyboard. Before we unbox, I'm just going to give a little background information on what ergonomic keyboards are. So if you want to skip to the actual unboxing, I'll have timestamps in the description. So here's a normal keyboard. As you can see, all the keys are arranged in a straight line and it's got a rectangular shape to it. What this does, it makes it so when I'm typing like this, my hands are slightly bent a little. And over time, this bending of the hands can cause something called carpal tunnel syndrome, which is basically tingling and numbness in your hands, and that actually can harm your performance using a computer. And not only that, another characteristic of these normal keyboards is that on the back they've got these little feet that pop out, so it kind of lifts it on the back, which is actually another thing that you shouldn't be doing with your keyboards. So ergonomic keyboards are different though. This is where ergonomic keyboards come in. Basically, ergonomic keyboards, the two bits right here are actually bent like this, and there's usually a bulge in the center, and that makes it so rather than typing like this and having your hand and having your wrists bent, instead you're typing like this. So you have a more natural position. And not only that, ergonomic keyboards, instead of having feet near the back like on this keyboard, the feet are usually at the front here. So instead of your keyboard being like this, it's actually like this. So that's another characteristic of ergonomic keyboard. Okay, so now we are going to be unboxing the Microsoft Sculpt Comfort Desktop Ergonomic Keyboard. So you can already see from the packaging, it's got that bulge in the center with the curves on the sides like I told you guys about. And it also comes with this mouse, and I'm actually not particularly fond of this mouse, and I'll tell you why later. But let's unbox it. So there's actually tape at the bottom, but I already cut it, so we're just going to take the top lid off. And so here it is. So here's the keyboard. Well, actually, let's go mouse first. Here's the mouse. And here it is. So it's the mouse that comes with this thing, and it's got the Windows button. If you press this button, it turns out that it pulls up the start menu. So there's the mouse. We'll put that aside. And here is the keyboard itself. So it's actually quite heavy. So that's interesting. So we just flip this bottom bit off. There's some tape right here though. So we're just going to flip this up. We're going to take the plastic off of it. And here it is. So we're going to just remove this blue piece of plastic. There we go. So here's the keyboard. So we're just going to take and put that right there for me. We got batteries. Those are important. And we also have the Bluetooth USB receiver. That's also very important. And then we got some paperwork, so now you put the box aside. So here the keyboard is. So in all its glory. So it's got that. It's got this. I like the key travel. This is a good combination between the chiclet keys and the big keys, you know. There we go. So basically, the space bar is actually split into two bits because the curve, they have to split the space bar into two to kind of make it easier to press the space bar and stuff. But overall, this is a nice keyboard, and it's also got this nice leather palm rest, which I like. I wish it was a little bit longer, but that's okay. So if you turn it around, just like this, pull this. Crap, sorry about that. This is probably where the batteries go, and it already has some batteries, so that's nice. So right off the bat, we can get this thing up and running. So here is, and so earlier I told you that these ergonomic keyboards have legs at the bottom, and here they are. So if we flip these at the bottom just like so, and we put it back up, as you can see, it's kind of lifted, it's elevated at the bottom. So we're just going to put those down for a minute though. And we can also unlock this thing and take it off if we wanted to, and then we can just simply easily put it back on by putting it through the holes. But that's actually a little, there we go. So yeah, this keyboard. let's move on to we're gonna put this off to the side for a minute though and look at the mouse. This mouse, I actually bought this mouse a few months ago because my old mouse broke and I had to get a new one, and I actually got this one. And I actually don't like this mouse, and I actually returned it when like a day after I bought it. And I'll tell you why. So first off, if you look, you can see the top of it's very flat. Some people might like that. I don't. I like a curved mouse. I like something that just fits in your hand, and I feel like this with its curved design, or not, it's not curved, it's flat. With this flat design, I just don't like it. And I feel like this window button, it turns out most other keyboards will usually have two little buttons here. I think the Windows button is just, first off, it's way too big, and I just don't like it. So so one of the perks to this mouse is actually the fact that it does have side scrolling, which means that you can scroll up and down like this, but you can also scroll left and right, and I can show you just, yeah, see that? And I also do a push down too if you need to do that. And something interesting though about this mouse is the batteries, they don't go on the bottom. Wait, is this thing magnetic? Oh my gosh, this thing's magnetic, that's so cool. Alright, but anyways, something about this mouse though is that the batteries actually go on the top, and you press this little button and you put the batteries in the top just like so. And I actually do not like that because this thing kind of jiggles ever so slightly, and so that might feel a little uncomfortable to some people. Although I do like the scroll wheel. I feel like the scroll wheel, why is this not in focus? There we go. So the scroll wheel though, I do like it. I feel like it does provide a lot of feedback. So those are a few good things about this mouse. But it turns out the reason why I actually bought this keyboard was also to match my Logitech Ergonomic trackball mouse. I've been using this for a few months, and I got this one right after I returned this one. But basically, this one right here has a trackball, and I've been using it for a few months now. It's really good, and that's why I also bought this keyboard to kind of match it. So this right here is actually my current keyboard. It's a Corsair gaming keyboard, and some might say, oh, why are you getting another keyboard? This one's great, it has the light up feature. And that could be true. However, again, I wanted an ergonomic keyboard. I feel like it would be better on my hands. And also this keyboard, I don't know if other models of this keyboard have the same issue, but sometimes when I'm going to like log on or something, what'll happen is I'll try typing and some of the keys just won't work, and what I do is I have to unplug the USB and I have to plug it back in. And I've tried different adapters too, different USB hubs and stuff, and I have to unplug it and then plug it back in to reset it and make it work. Also, another thing this thing does have a cable, and it's not really the best cable either. It's not like it's braided or anything, so this cable is going to be quite an eyesore, so that's another reason why I want to look into something new. And this new keyboard I have, here it is. It's actually a little bit smaller than the gaming keyboard, but it's also wireless. That's something I really love about this keyboard. Okay, so I've been playing around with the keyboard for a few minutes now, and it feels really good. So first off, it turns out that these are the function keys on top. However, this is really cool. If you actually flip the switch up here, they no longer are function keys, and instead, they see these blue icons. They do the tasks of these blue icons. For example, if I press this calculator button, well, first off, if it's white and I press the calculator button, it's not going to do anything. But if I flip it to blue and I press the blue calculator button, it's going to pull up the calculator. Or if I press this magnifying glass button and it's blue, so you have to switch it to blue, this is actually going to pull up the search bar. Also, if I press this home button, it's going to pull up the default web browser, and this pulls up multitasking and other things. So yeah, and if I want to use the function keys again, I switch it back to white, and they're the function keys again. Something else to take note of is it turns out that underneath some of the keys, I don't know if you can see it, there's actually text, and these are actually commands that you can use for like when you're typing documents and stuff. For example, this one, it says redo, this one says underline, italic. It can do a bunch of things, and basically you hold down the control button and then you press one of these buttons and then it'll do that task when you're on like WordPad or Microsoft Word or Microsoft Office or whatever. So that's really what I really like about this keyboard. One of my complaints though is that this keyboard does slide around a little bit, so I actually had to add some rubber grips here at the bottom. So If you do buy the keyboard, keep in mind you might have to get some rubber grips for the bottom of the thing because it does slide around quite a bit, which is something that didn't happen with my previous keyboard. Just something to look out for. The mouse, I actually played around with the mouse for a little bit. Turns out that this Windows button is actually touch sensitive, so if I were to flick it, it would actually, well, it doesn't do anything. I think it only works in tablet mode if you're like switching between apps and stuff, but you can flick it like this and it actually vibrates. So I think that's something interesting. I don't exactly know the purpose of it 100% because it didn't do anything. I think it's like if you're in tablet mode or something like that and you're trying to switch between apps and stuff, it actually allows you to do that. I have it turned off currently. It turns out you can actually magnetically attach the receiver to the bottom of here, so that's actually really cool. But again, the batteries, they do go at the top, so this little door, this little thing right here might wiggle around a little bit or feel loose at times. That's just something to take note of. But overall, this is a really good keyboard. I recommend that you buy it. It's like I got for like $80, but I'm gonna end the video here, so thank you guys for watching. I'll have a link to this if any of you guys want to purchase one of these. But I'll try to post another video in maybe like a week or two. I need to come up with ideas though. But again, if you have any comments on things you want me to cover, just please tell me and I'll look into and I'll try to do it. But I'll see you guys later. Bye.